I just wanted to ask you something. How many of you here would love to increase your sales by at least 50%? Nice, nice. Okay, so usually when somebody asks me that, I say I'm greedy, and I would say, no, I want to increase it by 100%, but I'm happy you want to increase it by 50%. So in the next 9 minutes or 9.5 minutes, I'm going to share something so powerful that has helped me and a lot of companies increase their sales. And this is very long. Usually, like my last session, which I did, was 30 hours, so 10 minutes is really long for me. And, okay, so a lot of times we say, I'm a doctor, I'm a financial professional, but I truly believe that all of us are in sales. In fact, my wife is here, and I feel even with relationships, we are selling, because when I approached her family, I had to sell myself that I'm good for their daughter. And thankfully, I've been selling since the age of 5, so I had some skills and I was able to convince her family, and today she's my wife. So the topic which we are going to share about is Mahatma Gandhi, Steve Jobs, and even Krishna were in sales. Let's look at it this way. If I was to tell you there was a man, a single man, and not too muscular, not too anything, not with a lot of connections, not with a lot of money or anything, and this man was competing to sell his ideas with a huge empire, an empire on which the sun never sets. They have all the money in the world, all the military might in the world. Who do you think would win in this battle of ideas? Who do you think would win? Who would win? Can you speak louder, sir? Who can sell, exactly. And anybody who can sell, because selling is something which does not discriminate. So it doesn't matter what your education qualification is, how much money you have. As long as you can influence and convey your ideas, you can sell. Now, this man we are talking about is Mahatma Gandhi. What did Mahatma Gandhi do? He sold his idea to 350 million people. And what happened with this idea? What was this idea? Freedom. Exactly, his idea was freedom. And he sold his idea of freedom through something known as nonviolence. So if you were to think of it, let's say we had a time machine and we went back 60 years or 70 years, nobody would have believed him. In the beginning, nobody would have believed him. But still, he had the conviction, he had the passion, and he was able to inspire 350 million people to get independence. And after India became independent, what happened to this empire? What happened to the British Empire? It collapsed. This is the power of selling. So one man sold his idea of freedom and non-violence to 350 million people. Was he a great salesperson? Of course, he was a beautiful salesperson, but do people look at him as a salesperson? No. So we need to let people know that when you're selling, you're doing something great. Secondly, imagine a boy, a small boy. And this small boy, when he's born, his father is an immigrant from Syria. In America, his mother and father abandoned this boy. Both his mother and father abandoned this boy. What do you think will happen to a boy if his parents abandon him at birth? What should happen to such a boy? How is his life going to be? Difficult? Most likely difficult, but what does this boy do? This boy does not let any of this stop him. What does this boy do? This boy comes to a trip to India. He comes on a spiritual journey to India. He has a lot of self-discovery. He goes back and he founded something which I'm sure a lot of you have purchased. This boy has sold something to you. How many of you here are using a product sold to you by this boy? How many of you are using an Apple product or have seen an Apple product somewhere around you? How many of you have seen an Apple product somewhere around you? Please raise your hand. Mostly all of us have seen a product. Now, what did this boy do? What did Steve Jobs do? He bought in passion. He bought in a passion for changing lives. He believed in the philosophy of client first. He says, I want to create a product that is so incredible, that is so amazing, that will change people's lives. And did people buy his product because it was cheap? No. Selling is never about price. When you're selling your service or anything, it's never about price. In fact, many times, I find it easier to sell something expensive, the same product. Let's say, how many of you are married or are a woman here? Raise your hand. How many of you are married here? Okay, a lot of you, nice. Now, let's say I do this with my wife. I'm sure you must be doing it too. Let's say there are two products. Let's say you want to go out for a restaurant meal. There are two meals. The first meal, the first dinner, the restaurant is very cheap. Very cheap, maybe 50 rupees a meal. And the second one is expensive, maybe 3,000, 4,000 rupees a meal, like in a hotel like this. Which one do you think your wife would want to go to? Which one? Tell me, be honest. Which one would she think is better quality? Is it the 50 rupee meal or the 4,000 rupee meal? 4,000 rupees. Even if both the meals are exactly the same, in our mind, something that is more expensive is always better. So if you are selling your services, we do a lot of training programs, a lot of seminars. We always tell people, the problem with you is you're not asking more. Many times, it's not that you're asking too less, it's not that you're asking more. So Steve Jobs, again, a great person to sell. How many people consider him a salesperson? People call him an entrepreneur, a visionary, but on the core of it, he was a salesperson, passionate about sales. And somebody else who I love, millions of people love, he inspired millions of people. What did he inspire millions of people with? Lord Krishna. What did Krishna inspire millions of people with? He inspired people to get rid of fear. When Arjun was on the battlefield, what did he have? He had a lot of fear. And what does fear do to us? In selling, in life, what does fear do to us? It holds us back. How many of us have not made that call to that top CEO who can change our financial destiny because of fear? Be honest. You know that CEO has a lot of money, he can invest it with you, he can change your fortunes, but you have not called him because of fear. How many of you have done that? Raise your hand, it's okay, I have done it. Yeah. So, in fact, when my first book came out, Invest the Happionaire Way, I was 23, and thankfully I got rid of fear because of a lot of rejection. I walked into Rakesh Junjunwala's office because I loved the guy. With 5,000 rupees he started. I walked to him without an appointment. I told him, you have to sign this book. You have to speak good things about this book. I love this book. And he did that, and my book came on the bestseller list. Now that small act, which took me only half an hour, had a huge impact. So when you get rid of fear, and Lord Krishna taught us of getting rid of fear. Now all these three great people have taught us about sales. Since we have only 10 minutes, besides fear, there's one thing that will help you sell beautifully, that can help you achieve your goal of increasing your sale by 50%, is be passionate. When you are going out to sell, be passionate. And how can you be passionate? If you're honest, if you have the other person's interest in mind, if you believe that you are there to truly help them. Like a lot of times, if I can't help somebody, I tell them I can't help you. If you bring that honesty, can you sense the passion in me right now? Be honest. If it's no, just tell me no. We can sense passion because I truly believe in this. So if you bring in passion, if you truly believe that I'm here to help the client, I don't care of the commission any of these big mutual funds are giving me. I'm only here to help the client. You will get incredible results. Get rid of fear, have passion, you will get incredible results. Another thing you can beautifully do if you want to increase your selling capability is do something different. So if everybody is doing X, do Y. Because you break the pattern. When you're making a call, instead of telling I'm calling here for XYZ, tell them something funny. Make them laugh, like Subra made us laugh. Did we have a good time? We loved it, right? He made us laugh. And after listening to him, I thought I'm in a convention of con men. Because he was saying, because it was very funny. I enjoyed it. So if you break patterns of people, if you bring in passion, you can sell. I will end now, even though we have 1 minute. We'll end now. We'll take this conversation off stage. We have a lot of books. All of them are incredibly written. But as I say, they're the best-selling books. So sales is so powerful. So come there, let's have a conversation. If I can be of help to you, I'll be happy to be of help. Thank you very much and enjoy yourself. Thank you.